Hello everyone, come on in and sit a spell and I'll teach you how to make mater tater soup. Now, it's like tater soup except that it has tomato juice in it. That's what my mama always made when she made tater soup. She never made anything, after I was grown and got out, I tasted other people's tater soup and I loved it, and it didn't have tomato juice in it, but I still love to go back and have some like Mom made. You'd put some red crushed pepper in it, about a pack worth of, like you would get at the pizza place, in your pot. You put I'd say almost 5 pounds of taters, and you cut them up and let them cook. I put a little lard this time, but you really, if you didn't want to, you could just put butter, half stick, or a little more than that if you want to. And you let them cook in that, put a little salt. Tomato juice, if you've made it, or especially if you've bought a can of tomato juice, quart, in the store, it's going to be salty. Now, yours that you make at home might not be as salty, so that's your judgment call on that. My tomato juice that I make is salty enough, but with potatoes, it would probably, I put a little bit more salt. So anyway, you're just gonna love this because now this is an old recipe, and my mama made it all through the years of me growing up, and I always loved it. And what I like to do is first time I have it, first night, I'll make a pretty good sized pot. I'll either eat it with cornbread or biscuit bread. Now, Danny likes it with cornbread the best, so usually, most likely, we'll have cornbread first night. Next night, we'll have biscuit bread or biscuits, and it's just as good with them. And that pepper gets just a little bit hotter every time that you warm it up. It gets a little warmer. And then, third time, if I have leftovers for enough for 3 servings for myself, I'll just eat it with crackers, and just as good with crackers as it is anything. And I've already videoed some of it, and I was in a hurry. I was doing 3 or 4 things, but so I have snippets probably. But yeah, I will tell you this about putting your milk. When you get it cooked, don't pour that water off. Put your quart of tomatoes in it, tomato juice in it. And you then put you some, like a big heaping tablespoon of self-rising flour in not hard a half cup of milk. And you're gonna stir it up, make your roux. And after you had poured that tomato juice in your soup, then you're gonna pour that in there. And you gotta try to get it all mixed up good, or to make it some flour lumps in it, which won't hurt nothing, but still. You try to get all those lumps out. And then it turns pretty pink, and it's different than you've probably ever had. So anyway, sit back and relax, and we will get this thing going. Cut you almost a 5-pound bag of taters up, and then you're gonna cook them. And you can put oil in them. You could probably put chicken broth, that'd be good too. And I'm gonna put lard today. That's the old-timey way that we done it. All right, we got our taters. We got our lard. We got water over our taters. You see that lard? Put it on about medium high, I guess. For a while, I'm gonna let them cook. I don't want to get them completely smushed because I want to smush them with my tater masher a little bit to make them a little bit clumpy. Now I want to show you something. We're gonna make a little bit of roux. I don't know, it's flour. And I'm gonna put milk in it. See, I got me a big heaping tablespoon of flour down in there. And then I'm gonna put this milk in just to make a paste. And that'll make a roux to thicken this all up when we get it made. Okay, you see that? That was just a little bit down in that glass. And what I gotta do is beat it up real good to make all of those little lumps smooth. Because if you don't make them smooth, they'll be in your soup. And you don't want that. But that's all of it. It really takes just getting that all mixed up real good. They're cooking real good. When they fall apart easy, it means they're done. And then I'm going to take my tater smasher and smash them some. Okay, everybody, you see this? It's got his taters in there. I smushed some of them up with my tater musher, and some of them I didn't. Some of them, they were pretty lumpy. Got my cornbread. Gonna put it in here. We gotta do a good old taste test. They'll always love my taste test. And we're gonna mix this up. Let's see. See that? I'll adjust my camera. There we go. Now, we'll mix it up real good. Got it hot. I'm excited about you trying this one, because this one is one that's not something everybody knows. Everybody just don't know how to make mater tater soup, or tater mater soup, whichever you want to say. But look at this, okay? There's my taters and cornbread. Now, go blow it. Let's give it a go. Yeah, it's good. I hadn't had it in a while. I've been so busy with Dad and all these things that go on in this world that I hadn't made it so long. I actually had to think about how to make it. And I had talked to my youngest son, and I couldn't remember if he liked it or not. I saw him this weekend, and I said, Matthew, you still like that mater tater soup? I said, you don't, do you? And he said, I've always liked that, Mom. You can't remember nothing. And I said, no, I reckon I can't. But anyway, so, and he loves it, so he's going to get a big old jar of it. Now, a quart jar. And some cornbread, of course. Then he can eat him some crackers with it, with what's left over. So I think we're all going to be happy. Now, I hope you all enjoyed this. And I want y'all to come back and see me. I'll try to have you some more recipes. I might just make plain old tater soup someday. So anyway, come back and see me. This is Country Sherry at Country Sherry 23. And I'll talk to y'all real soon.